Hey guys, it's Caden. Welcome to another episode of Get Prepped Podcast, where we talk with voice actors, nonprofit leaders, and business owners that are going to be in the new game, Get Prepped. Today we have another one of our voice actors, one that's been with us for a while now. You probably have seen her in Bull. You've probably seen her in a Denny's commercial. She did the live events for Toyota. She did a lot of stuff, actually. She is Shannon Moore. Thanks for coming on, Shannon.
Oh, thanks for having me, Caden. It's a pleasure.
All right. My first question for you is, how did you get into acting?
I got into acting, I would say probably when I was about 6 years old and I started dancing, because that introduced me to the stage, getting on the stage to dance for costumes or like competitions. And so I think that's probably got me on the stage. And then that led me to go into theater when I was in high school.
That's definitely an amazing path. A lot of voice actors I've had on here started with dance or theater.
Really?
One that's coming out soon started with broadcasting of all things.
Okay.
Oh, that's definitely a great path to entertainment. My next question for you is, what was your favorite role to take on in your career?
My favorite. Caden, they're all my favorites. I like all of them. I couldn't tell you one's better than the other. I like all of them, whether it's a dance role or a TV role or a voiceover role. I like them all.
Yeah, I definitely respect that, but if you had to pick one you liked the most, which one would it be?
I did this audition not too long ago, and it was totally out of the character that I've normally auditioned for. And it was a homeless woman. And I got the role, and it was going to be a film, but unfortunately the film lost its financing, so we couldn't shoot it. But I think that might have been one of my favorites because it was out of the realm of what I'm usually looked at for. So maybe that role, maybe.
That's definitely a good choice. Next question for you is, what's something you've learned over the course of your acting career that you wish you knew when you first started?
I would say it's probably learning that I work for Jesus. Jesus Christ. He's my agent. He's my manager. Even though I have those here on earth, land, I think when I finally realized that I work for him and not so much for myself and doing what Shannon wants to do, it gave me a lot of peace in the career, because if I'm really good at that audition and I'm like flawless, if God doesn't want me there, I ain't going to get that job. But I could be like the worst dancer. I could have the worst audition. I could not have the look. But if Jesus wants me in that role, I'm going to have that role no matter what. And that kind of helps out with rejections, because, there's a lot of rejection in this business. So I think that was my biggest thing, learning that technically I work for Jesus Christ. And so that gave me a lot of peace with my career.
That's definitely a great way to put it. Not just with entertainment specifically, but with job searches, that logic could be applied. You work for your higher power or whatever spiritual concept out there, and if they want you in a job, you're gonna get at it. If not, that's okay. There's another one waiting for you, which leads me to my next question. What is a challenging or funny on the set moment that you'd like to share with us?
Okay. It'll probably be when I was hired as a principal dancer for Enchanted, the Disney film. And we were partnered. There was a lot of dancers. And I remember we had several days of rehearsal. And I was partnered with this guy who was an amazing dancer. And he's an amazing dancer. He was kind of more of a hip hop dancer. And I'm more of like a ballet jazz type dancer. And we were learning Viennese waltz. And neither he nor I knew how to Viennese waltz. And we were trying, we were doing our best. And it was just so funny because eventually they took us apart and didn't let us be partners anymore. And I got partnered with this amazing ballroom dancer from like Bolivia or Russia or somewhere, and he got partnered with this amazing ballroom dancer from Europe. So we got put with much better ballroom dancers than we were ourselves. So I think that was probably a pretty funny experience there.
That definitely sounds like a funny experience. And you're lucky to be able to work with such talented individuals from different countries.
Yeah, it was a blessing for sure.
It definitely sounds like it. My last question for you is, if you could take on the role of any character, past or present, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe I would say Mother Teresa. Not because I know necessarily her voice, but I know she was an amazing woman of a lot of love and compassion and care for all people, no matter the race or the ethnicity or social class. And she just had love and compassion for all people. And I think if that's a role I could play or a role I could be, I would be honored to do that, to have that on my caliber, on my record. That'd be nice.
That would definitely be a nice role, and hopefully they make another biopic of Mother Teresa soon. Anyways, that's going to do it for this interview, guys. Thank you so much to Shannon for coming on and sharing her story. If you guys want to see more amazing interviews with those involved in Get Prepped, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Get Prepped channel. And to learn more about the game, scan the QR code here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.